welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. From the gun, it's Taylor. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On second and 9, Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now Wentz on third down. Flushed out right. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched him on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Henry's got it. Out on the left side. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, and now third and 12. So they went 2 yards in the wrong direction on the last pass play, and now it's third and 12. Here's Tannehill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Julian Blackmon. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. First and 10. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. On play action, it's Wentz. They'll roll him out right. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
A loss of 8 yards.
Now Charles dealing with a third and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
On third and long, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. And he'll find Pittman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this Tennessee defense for the 2nd straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. On the move to his left. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Wentz going to throw. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end.
Complete.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
To me, there's nothing like watching rookie effort in the NFL. So excited to be there. They're going to give you the max on each and every play, aren't they?
Well, he proved himself on that catch, that's for sure.
I think he may have proved himself to the point where he's going to get a 2nd here.
It's his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. It's 2nd and goal back to the 8-yard line now. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
We're scoreless after 1. The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Again, it's Wentz, eluding the pressure right. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Good.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. running from the gun with Henry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level, men had have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Rodgers on the return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for them. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them. Settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. They run with Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Intercepted.
Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Henry, the ball carrier.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all, and you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You've got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, Henry. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. They'll run. It's Henry. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Flushed out right. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Second and 11 at the 34-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Wentz. His throw incomplete. But rookie Michael Pittman, the intended receiver that time. And now it's third down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. Flush to his right. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
They run on first down with Henry, but the hole evaporates quickly as he'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on second down, Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, it's Tannehill. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
The 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
10 at the 24-yard line.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Anthony Frisker, the intended target. But it's going to be 2nd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Let's go.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Good strong tackle by DeForest Buckner. Remember, the Colts gave up their first-round pick, number 13 overall, to get him from San Francisco, and they certainly think he's worth it.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with his his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Titans 14, Colts 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
On the return, the Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right?
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there.
Complete.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, Wentz escaping the pressure right. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. Shotgun now for Wentz, eluding the pressure right. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wentz now to throw. Flush to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 3rd down. And
so with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Taken from about the 12. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
10 at their own 36-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Henry. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Taken down at the...
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill. And it's complete. Henry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
At the 20-yard line.
Henry. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Gostkowski for the point after. And it's 21-3.
Kick is good. Makes the score Titans 21, Colts 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And it it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Escaping the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fights off the defender. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Titan football.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time. A drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Tannehill eluding the pressure right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Sliding out of the pocket. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down.
I know that play went for no yardage, all right? But I like the attempt because the fullback position, whether it's a fullback, a tight end, an H-back, whoever you want in that spot, not known as a primary pass catcher. So sometimes the element of surprise works in your favor. But on that play, give credit to the defensive guys.
And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's Brett Kern now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. On the return, it's Rodgers. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
19-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me wasn't Tel Aviv.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Back now in Nashville, it's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter.
Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe.
2nd down and 5. To throw is Wentz. Buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, He thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion. You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move him off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Wentz to throw for it on fourth. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
On downs.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and the Colts pick it up, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side, a little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Gain of 21 yards. And the Colts.
Wentz now on first down. Looking deep for Hilton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And now he's going to use his legs. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First down.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
There to stop him was Darius Leonard. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Showed some strong running, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Titans on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And here's Rodgers on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Wentz. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. And Wentz will not be able to get rid of it. He's taken down for a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
Doesn't help indeed. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. He'll start with a give to Henry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the
38-yard line, 2nd and 11.
Man, I got you. Man, took left.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Third and long, it's Tannehill. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
By Harold Landry.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Taylor. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation. Take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36.
23.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And